Hi, my name's Mary Ellen, and I wanted to give you a walkthrough of my digital history project, Nashville Sites, which can be found at nashvillesites.org. The project genesis began as a course project as part of my digital humanities coursework for George Mason University, an institutional leader in digital history and digital humanities scholarship. The goal of this project was to create a public history site that would connect and engage the larger residential community located here in Nashville, as well as visitors to Nashville, with our local history and culture. The basis and foundation for this Nashville Sites project is based on existing historical markers, physical historical markers, that are found in the downtown and surrounding area. Here is a sample page from my project. You can see I've decided to include 4 tabs at the top for navigation. Home, Sites and Markers, which includes everything already in my collection. Digital Exhibits, which you see here on this page, one focused on Broadway Avenue, and then you can see to the right, the other parts of my thematic exhibit include Early Maps and Geography, Athens of the South, which highlights educational institutions, and Nashville's Acropolis, which covers the span of the Tennessee Capitol and the Capitol Complex. All 4 parts of this exhibit are part of the larger narrative entitled Up from the Cumberland, Nashville's Early History. You can also see on the far right tab, I have walking tours. I decided for my walking tours to create 2 separate tours, one that covers Upper Broadway and one that covers Lower Broadway in the downtown area. For this project, I decided to use Neatline as it was already built into Omeka as a plugin and I was able to easily connect my content and then map it geographically. So here is my Upper Broadway tour, and then you can see if you click on a particular site, for example, the Customs House, you'll see the full metadata and record for the Customs House. I've included for each one of my items, as you could see on the previous slide, thumbnail images that date back to the late 1700s for each one of my records. So for this presentation, I'm covering my course project, but I'm also telling you how I'm hoping to expand this to make Nashville Sites a reality in the long term. The inspiration for this project came from the histories of the National Mall, of which Dr. Sharon Leon, our course instructor and leader of the class, they launched Mall Histories in 2013. Omeka serves as their platform, and they built a customized theme based on these 4 main areas: maps, people, past events, and explorations, which includes a lot of walking tour type features as well as scavenger hunts. In the beginning of my course project, I attempted to use the National Mall theme as it's available publicly, but because of some outdated features 4 years later and some upgrades to Omeka, I quickly realized that that was going to be a task that was too big to try to accomplish in one semester. One of the things that I really liked about the National Mall site is the fact that you could click on a particular part of the map and pull up several different versions of a record. So starting off with a thumbnail and then going to a short description, and then finally, if you clicked read more, going to the full record and metadata as you see here. One of the main things that I wanted to do then for Nashville Sites was to also create this kind of scholarship so that people who use the site as they're walking around downtown so that they can trust the information that they're reading. So here's an example of what some of the thumbnails would look like in Nashville Sites using a similar National Malls type theme. So as I continued to think about the long-term development of my project, I expanded beyond just the National Malls to look at some other types of sites where you have history based on place and also geography. One site that I found very helpful was Cleveland Historical, which also creates narratives by and walking tours through stories, walking tours, and just a general mapping capability. I really liked their format as well. This is where I then combined and went to an outside organization to get some help. With the coordination of the Metropolitan Historical Commission here in Nashville, as well as a foundation that helps do fundraising outside of the MHC budget, we contracted with Foghouse. This is a local software development, design, and management firm. They are a young firm, but they already have 20 plus years of experience, and they're a competent facilitator to help us build this process of the Nashville sites. So just a couple of weeks ago, Foghouse, MHC, and me combined to come up with 2 separate stages for Nashville sites. And stage 1, I am happy to report, has received funding from the Metropolitan Historical Commission Foundation. This initial stage will include a redesign based on the mall theme and also using other themes such as the Cleveland Historical to create a new architecture and recontextualization to apply the best of these other sites to Nashville. Also to refine the imagery and to help facilitate a customized walking type tour, but also one that engages audiences by quote unquote choosing their adventure. The prototype for the actual Nashville sites, you can see a mock-up here. So for example, the birthplace of Thomas Ryman. If you look to the right, and I know it's a bit small here, but we are hoping to use an choose your adventure style type exploration that will create a historic tour based as you're just walking on the fly, or you could pick a suggested tour that already exists on the site. Once you get to the full record, then you would have a photo, a description of the landmark, and locations of the landmark, related photos. There's the picture of the landmark, the map itself to show you where you are, and then leading you to the next site. This adventure doesn't end here. Choose where to go next. And all of these different sites are either nearby the home of Captain Thomas Ryman or are related to his story. Next steps for this long-term project as we continue to develop over the summer and into the fall and next year is to raise money for a stage 2, which is going to be approximately $50,000. This will allow us to continue to build content, to continue to pay Foghouse to develop that content, to get buy-in from community partners, and to continue creating compelling narratives and historical hooks. Also, this money will help to promote and advertise to a wide variety of audiences. For example, one idea that we had was to actually advertise in the airport. So imagine you're getting off the airport in Nashville, whether it's for a business conference or whether you're there for vacation and as a tourist, and coming down the escalator to baggage claim with a big banner that says, "What the heck is a honky tonk?" NashvilleSites.org, leading audiences to this project and to use it as a way to navigate and learn about downtown and greater Nashville. So in closing, this is a project that was inspired by this course, and I sincerely thank Dr. Leon for all of her help and advice this past semester and her continued enthusiasm. She's promised to answer the phone if I have additional questions in the future. And as we move forward with the Metro Historical Commission and getting additional possible sponsors, as you see a list there, and working with the engineering and development of Foghouse, I am extremely excited to see Nashville Sites become a reality. Thanks so much.